Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. And yes, we talking Rupaul Drag Race. Okay, so before I get started, you guys, make sure y'all hit that like button, hype up the video, you guys. For any new people watching, make sure to subscribe to this channel because we're doing Drag Race reviews. Okay, we're doing season 18, episode 1. Before I start with the recap, though, let's talk about what's your claim to Drag Race. I've been watching Drag Race since like season 6 or 7 when it was still on Logo, and even the older seasons I went back and watched. So this isn't a show I just started watching like a month or a year ago. I've been watching this show for years. I do keep up with the online drama. No shade. I could do my own Drag Race town hall if I really wanted to be honest. Stay tuned. And I love the show. I feel like this is one of the reality shows where you actually have to have talent to be on the show. You just can't come on here and just know how to talk crap and win, or just know how to fight and win. Like, you have to like know how to do things that take talent, effort in order to win the money and in order for you to make it far in the competition. Of course, there are a little bit of discrepancies, of course, throughout the seasons to where, you know, some people have won and slipped through and they don't really got talent, but that's another video. Okay, some of my favorite queens are Silky, and my favorite queen of all is Nino Benina Brown. We have the same name. So, like, there's shade. I know that she is what people consider a canceled queen, but I don't care. I love Nino Benina Brown. I feel like she's hilarious. I watch her YouTube channel. That is one of my dream collabs, is to collab with Nina. So if y'all see this, send this to Nina, because I love me some Nina. I love you some Pierre. Okay. She's really funny to me. I don't care what nobody say. Like, some of the stuff that she says, I don't agree with. But y'all know me. I'm the type of person, we don't have to agree 100% on everything, and I'm still going to like you. So that's why I really like Nina, because, like, she really stands on what she believes, and she's freaking hilarious. Her reactions be having me crack the up, okay? Some other favorite queens of mine over the years are Bob. I like Kim Chi. Who else? I like Milk. I know that's crazy take, but the stuff that she does, I like Milk. I love Utica. Utica, I feel like, is very underrated. That's one of the queens I feel like are very underrated in what they do. But those are some of the people I could think off the top of my head that, like, I love. Okay, so let's start off with the episode. So this is season 18, and the theme that they're going for is sort of like a spark and a light. Since in hard times, there's still time for light and there's still time for drag. So RuPaul's basically saying politically right now it's gone to, so because of that, we still can celebrate and do drag. That's what he's trying to push off this season. That's why everything is dark, and then drag, I guess, brings light. So that's the theme of the season. What I think of the promo and everything so far, I do feel like the producers is running out of the ideas if we're really gonna keep it back. Sorry. This looks just like All Stars All Stars 6. Y'all remember that theme when it was like the Hollywood Golden type of thing? It gives that. So I feel like they're starting to run out of ideas. It's only so much ideas they can do, because y'all, it's been about 200 seasons plus at this point with all these international seasons. So when it comes to the promos and the photo shoots, they could only do so much. Okay, they could really only do so much. It reminded me of season 8 All Stars promo with the Hollywood theme, and it also reminded me of season 6's promo with the golden light theme. So it was kind of like a mismatch of those put together. Even a little bit of season 3 All Stars too. So I guess they thought because it's All Stars we wouldn't have peeped, but I did peep. Okay, so let's start off with the first queen. Y'all know how they do. They come through the workroom, introduce themselves. The first queen we're introduced to is Athena Dion. So she is from Miami, Florida. She claims that she is the queen of drag in Miami. She reminds me of Ariel Versace from a past season. And y'all know what happened to Ariel Versace. She talked a big game and she literally fell flat on her face, literally. So I feel like Athena's kind of headed down the same route because she's talking a big, big game. Okay. And the girls, I feel like on Drag Race, that be talking a big, big game, they be falling flat on their face. Not like Ariel, but like, I'm talking about like they be not doing the best. Okay. The outfit that she came in, to me, it was given like a New York Statue of Liberty, but in black and white. She looked really good. her type of drag looks like that type of drag where it's very old school. You could tell that she puts a lot of detail into her drag just due to just the makeup, the hair. This isn't a cheap drag queen. You can tell a difference between a cheap drag queen and a one that spends money on her garments. Like you could just tell the difference. The moment they enter a room, you could tell like, oh, she just started, or like, oh, she been doing it for a little bit. And Eric,
Motherfucker.
you see, I almost called her Ariel. Athena has been doing it for a while. So she's basically the drag mom of Morphine, who was on a previous season, and then of course Plain Jane. Which, by the way, I cannot wait for House of Villains to see Plain Jane on there. Miami is small and Florida is small. So the fact that they had like 5 queens from Florida is so funny to me. If I were from any of the other states, I would be hot. Because you mean to tell me, yeah, the only people y'all could have found is people in Florida. It's because it is a lot of drag queens in Florida. I'm not gonna lie, it really is. Like that is one of the meccas I feel like of drag is Florida. So the fact that there's like 4+ drag queens from Florida, I'm not even shocked to be honest. Usually they do that with New York. If you watch the past seasons, they usually pick a lot of queens from New York. Like I remember season, what was it, 8? They had like 3-4 New York queens all in one season. So the next queen we have is Kenya Pleaser. Okay. One thing about Drag Race, they cast just like Big Brother. They cast just like a lot of the non-cable reality competition shows. Everybody has to fit an aesthetic of a previous contestant from another season. So like, just like Athena was giving Ariel, Kenya Pleaser is giving Latrice, a little bit of Silky, all mixed in one. Okay. So like everybody's like an archetype for each season. So you kind of have to expect for somebody to remind you of somebody else. They do that a lot for a lot of reality shows. I haven't seen Drag Race lately to where they've casted a queen that hasn't reminded me of somebody else. Okay. So she comes in, she like, I'm gonna go to place the principal, baby. Principal, baby. Okay, for y'all that is new to the channel, I impersonate people. Do not get offended. Okay, this is comedic purposes. The name of the channel is Evan Entertainment. God damn it! So please do not take offense. Thank ya. So she comes in, she like, you know, my name Kenya Pleaser, because I'm known for the pleaser, baby. Okay, her voice is deeper than Latrice. I was shocked. I like what she had on. Like, to me, it fit her body type. She looked really good in it, and I like the big afro as well. Her face is very structured to where any type of makeup is going to eat on her. She says that she's done Lizzo impersonations before. I watched the Meet the Queens. That's what she says she's kind of known for. She does look a little bit like Lizzo in the face. Once again, her face card eats. So once the makeup hits, you know, it executes. So she is so far one of my favorites, although she bombed this episode. I kind of felt bad for her because Cardi was shading her like she knew her. Is Kenya Pleaser an undercover Barb and like Cardi knew about it or something? Because like, oh my God, like that was like, she just kept throwing shots. She's like, I like when people try. Next up, we have Nene Coco, and she reminds me of freaking the straight drag queen that was on that season, Maddie Morphosis. She reminds me of Maddie Morphosis in the face as a boy. Okay, she comes in with like this like candy rainbow type outfit. One thing I don't like when it comes to, because I've been to drag shows, of course, I don't like a costume drag queen. It's no shade. I just never been a fan of them because I feel like it's not a lot of effort that could be put into it. But I will say Nene Coco to me is different because she makes her stuff. It's not like she just grabs it off the rack and puts it together. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's a different type of costume drag queen. But the outfit to me was give a little like costume-ish. I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest. It just gave me Maddie Morphosis. They gave me a little bit of Maddie Morphosis, okay? But one thing I like that she talked about, she said that she's a mechanical engineer during the day. Thank you for her saying this, because people don't realize it doesn't matter what type of creator you are. Drag, YouTube, TikTok, like whatever. If you do it full-time, part-time, whatever, it's expensive. It's not cheap. You got to make money to keep doing it, babes. Dead ass. So thank you for her highlighting that. She said she quit her day job as a mechanical engineer to come on and do the show. A lot of these shows out, they be having to quit their jobs to do it. Like, if because you're gonna be away for months at a time. Ain't no job gonna be okay. We'll see you when you get back. No, they're gonna try to hire somebody else. So she had to leave her job in order to come on the show. Next, we have Jane Don't. I love when drag queens have funny ass names that's not regular. You know what I'm saying? Like put Jane Don't, aka Jinx Monsoon. She looked just like Jinx. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hate her outfit. You wanna know why? Because you look like Jinx Monsoon. I feel like if you're going on a show like Drag Race, you want to kind of make sure you don't look nothing like somebody that's been on the show before. The orange wig with the black outfit, that's Jinx coated down. Like she sort of owns that look at that point. Like, I don't know. I just feel like you always should try to like separate yourself. Y'all know how I do. Like, I try to like, if somebody doing something, I'm not gonna do it. Just cause I don't want you to even compare to me or say, I took they stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want that because I'm too creative for that. So it's like it bothered me seeing her walk in on that outfit because immediately I thought about Jinx. You know what I'm saying? She's from Seattle, Washington, and she says two of her sisters, of course, were on the show. Brasco being one of them. And she knew Athena, which everybody knows Athena at this point. So I'm like, to me, I feel like that paints a target on her back. As much as it is good for people to know the impact that you've done, like in drag and like you know, your name ring bells, I feel like that puts a huge target on her back because people are going to see her as stiff competition. And if there's some sort of voting thing, because y'all know how RuPaul does, there's always some sort of twist. If there's some sort of voting technique applied throughout the season, if I were any of the other girls, I would target you straight up because you have the experience. Everybody knows you. So like, I want to get rid of you. Next, we have Discord Adams, aka Utica. Let's stop. I'm gonna do this for all of them, y'all, because like I said, Drag Race cast, the way that they cast girls, they cast them basically off of previous cast members. So they all kind of remind each other of everybody else. So there's that. She had one of my favorite outfits of the whole episode. I feel like you could tell she put time into it. I liked how it also went with the little chain and ball that she brought. That to me was one of the best looks of the episode to me. Okay, like best looks. She hated Nene Coco's look because Nene Coco, she had like the lollipop rainbow. Like it wasn't even like the regular gay rainbow. It was like the lollipop rainbow type vibes, which I wasn't a big fan of it either. So it's like I get where she was coming from and saying because like it wasn't my stilo. No, I wasn't. No, no. Mm-mm. Next we got Mia Star. This is one of my favorites of the night, y'all. She is giving Selena Estides. Okay, she started She did one of those, right? I said, like I like her. 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 Okay, like I love a Banji queen. Like I like the Ajas. You feel me? I love a Banji ghetto queen. I like the Vanjis. That's why I want Banji on Bad Boys Club. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the Banji type queens, and she just gives Banji queen from around the way. So, she already gets my checks on, and she from Florida. Y'all know I'm gonna always be biased for the Florida girls. Okay. Her outfit, it wasn't the best out of all the girls, but I liked it. I feel like it fits who she is as a drag queen. It looked like she took a lot of time on it as well. It looked very detailed. One thing I like is a detailed drag queen that looks like they put a lot of effort into their fit, and that's what it gave. All the girls are sort of gagging because she is from Florida. So you already know it's already like 3-4 queens in the room at that point. So everybody's looking like, what the heck? Like, it's a lot of Florida, right? So then the next queen that comes in, we have Didi Fuego. Now, she doesn't remind me of any other previous drag queen look-wise based on what she was wearing and her aesthetic so far. I probably just can't think of it right now, but she probably does. Y'all see a post edit maybe, but she looks like Aviva Dresser in the face. Y'all know Aviva from Real Housewives of New York, the one that threw the leg. She looked just like her to me. Like they look very much similar. She said she wouldn't consider herself to be like, I think she said like the typical Latina queen or something. I'm like, are you trying to distance yourself from that because they haven't really crowned like 100% fully Hispanic queen as the winner in the American version? Ginger, you don't count, bitch. Let me stop. I'm sorry. Y'all been on Ginger ass, y'all. I've been seeing the stuff, y'all. Y'all been on Ginger Minja's butt. Okay, but no shade, Ginger. It just don't give us Spanish. I'm sorry. As much as you want to say it, it don't give that. It is what it is. It just doesn't give Hispanic. It gives like, some American, American sliced cheese. So I hope she's not trying to distance herself from that, because there is that sort of like thing that they haven't crowned like 100% like fully Latina queen. Okay. So I hope that's not the case. What she came in, I feel like was very much mall drag. It didn't impress me. It wasn't like, oh my God, she looks amazing. It was like, oh, I want to be comfortable because we're going to be filming for a long period of time. Next, we have Juicy Love Dion. Now, she's another queen that is from Miami, and she is, y'all already know what I'm gonna say, Valentina. She reminds me, of course, of Valentina. She also reminds me of Georges too, so it could go either way. She is Morphine's daughter, and she's also Athena's drag granddaughter. But Athena says that she's her mother. So I don't know which one is it, but I feel like they're gonna try to make that into a storyline as to like, oh, you're not claiming me as a mother, like you don't love me, like that type of vibe, because that's what it's kind of going heading down that path, especially because of later on in the episode where Athena doesn't help out her own daughter. You talk about my daughter, you talk about my daughter, you help out my daughter.
You whack as you were like my daughters, aren't you?
My Evelyn Lozada voice. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't help out her daughter. So I feel like they're going to try to head down that path with the storyline. Okay. What she had on, I wasn't a fan of the wig. The wig, I feel like aged her. It was like a little bit to me. I know she tried to do like, it looks like a little cat ear type of vibe, but I feel like it aged her more than anything. I wasn't a fan of the wig. That's the only thing. Besides that, the look was a 10 out of 10. She looked really, really, really good. Athena was excited to see her because she said, that's the fruit of her loins. And everybody is just looking left and right because they feel like, damn, like all these Florida girls and then all of them sort of know each other too. Like they're all connected in some ways. So once again, if we're talking voting, because now Drag Race now it's a little bit more competitive than it used to be. Watching the old Drag Race no more, where like it was just regular competition. Now they incorporate voting into it. They incorporate alliances and rate a queen and all of that. So it's not the same Drag Race that we're watching anymore. So if I were in there, like I said, I still would be looking left and right for sure. Next, we have Vita Vontice Star, which, by the way, I love when the girls come in and they give us a good poem. She said, all these girls can't read, but I'm the one, and no, none of these girls I can't take. They can't take me because I'm the great. Like, I love when they give us a good poem and a good rhyme, because you could just tell they think and they put so much thought into what they're going to say. So I always find it funny as hell because it's always long as hell. Like, RuPaul Drag Race producers gotta pause the beat for a long period of time as they walk out to do and say what they have to say. Now, she reminds me of Raja O'Hara. She's won a lot of pageant titles. She named all of them. Some of the girls already knew who she was. She made her whole outfit all together. The outfit reminded me of what Anya Nerve wore on last season. It kind of reminded me something similar to it, but it looked amazing. Like she looked really good and how she put it all together. I feel like the hair could have been done a little bit better, but the outfit in itself doesn't even, that outbeats everything else, because that you could tell took probably days and hours, maybe even weeks. Next, we have Briar. So she's from Boston. It gives a little bit of sugar cane, like a younger sugar cane. Now she came in, and usually all the girls are like, "Hey," they're hugging everybody. She didn't do that. She hopped on the table and said, "Bow," and just put her hands on the table. And I'm like, "You're not gonna hug and say hi, like damn girl." So all the girls are sort of looking at her like, "What the heck?" But she explains that her name means the thorn of a rose. So I guess that's why she's trying to be a little bit like abrasive. I don't know. But you could tell they're gonna try to give her, I don't know if it's like the villain edit or like an edit of a girl that doesn't get along with other drag queens, but it's something to that effect. They're gonna try to go for that. That's what it gave just watching that. The girls are sort of looking her up and down, and they're looking at her like, girl, like, who the heck do you think you are? Like, they're saying little stuff, trying to be funny and stuff. Y'all know how the edit does. But she doesn't seem to care. She's smiling and just she puts her head on the table. Like, she did it like a boss. Like, she owned part of Drag Race. Like, RuPaul probably watched it back like, who the hell is this card? Like, nah. Y'all know how RuPaul don't ever think you're that girl because Ru will humble you quick. Next, we got Sierra Mist. So Sierra Mist to me is a mix between Utica and Nina Bonina Brown. I cannot wait to watch Nina Bonina Brown's review of this because the two are like both in one. They're like a mix up together. Okay. Her name is Sierra Mist. If y'all do not know, Sierra Mist the soda has been discontinued and no longer exists. I wonder if she has copyright issues because of that. Because now she's on television, and all that. I know she spells it a different way, but it's like I wonder how does that really happen? I think I saw a video or something about that. But she says that she goes for the more Halloween spooky ooky sort of look. I feel like when it comes to Drag Race now, especially US Drag Race, those type of queens I feel like are never praised enough. They're not given the flowers that the other girls are given in regards to like their talent. They don't care about, I feel like the spooky ooky queens. Like they see them as sort of like, oh, bitch, you belong on Dragula. You don't belong on this show. So I don't know how she's going to do on this show. But the fact that she made that whole outfit on herself by herself, that is what you call talent. To put pumpkins on a dress and to, wove and garment around it, that's no easy feat. So like, she ain't down. Next, we have Mandy Mango. And y'all, she's a nurse, okay? She reminds me a little bit of Soju. Hopefully she does better than Soju, because shit. Okay, she says she's a nurse and she works in HIV healthcare and also with like helping, she works in a health sex clinic, from my understanding. That's what she says. So she, of course, took off of work to be able to do this. And she says she is a certified like nurse. I like the fact that some of the drag queens like actually have a big career outside of doing drag, because one thing a lot of people do not acknowledge is how expensive doing anything creative is. It costs money. It's not cheap. Like it's not cheap. So I like the fact that she talks about her job and stuff like that and makes kind of jokes about it too. Now, what she had on, costumey. Y'all know I'm not a fan of costume drag queens. I done said this. I wasn't a fan. I feel like you could get this at Party City. You can get this at Halloween Town. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't see it coming. We can't hear you, girl. Talk a little louder, like how when you stuck.
You could get the wig at like online and kind of, squove it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wasn't a big fan of what she was wearing at all. I get the whole nurse gig and the stick, but nah, I wasn't a fan of the look. Her, yes. Was I the only one? Her name is Mandy Mango. Was I the only one that thought of? Remember when Kaya and T.S. Madison were beefing, and then she was like, "Man to man, ho!" That's what it reminded me of. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought about that immediately when she said her name. I'm like, "Man to man, ho!" The girls that don't know. Next, we have Darlene Mitchell, which y'all know the comparison. Let me see if y'all can guess. Lucy LaDuca. She looks just like her to me. Like, I'm telling every queen, y'all remind me of somebody. Ain't no one on the cast ain't remind me of nobody yet. Sorry. Okay, Lucy LaDuca vibes. She said she used to go by the name of Trash on doing drag, which I thought was crazy as hell. So she says this because she wasn't sober. When she got sober, she started going by Darlene, and she dropped the name Trash. Now she says she does drag at home. That confuses me. Like, what does she mean by that? Like, drag at home meaning like you do it just like content creation drag and you don't perform? Because she said she was at one point doing it in the bar scene and then she stopped and then she's like at home drag. So it's like, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving Twins from that season. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all remember the Twins? Next we have Mickey and Meeks, okay, aka Willow Pill, okay. Ooh, Keiko Willow Pill, get my sick looks. Have you feeling ill? Giving looks to kill, okay. It gives Willow Pill in the face. She's and like when she has makeup on, she's so pretty, so pretty, like so pretty. It's crazy because she looks younger, like with makeup than as a boy. You know what I'm saying? Like she looks younger in drag than as a boy. It's kind of crazy to see the difference. Like when her confessional popped up, I'm like, who the hell is this man? But her drag aesthetic though, I feel like it's simple, but it still looks really cute. And I don't know how she would do on this season so far. Like she's one of the ones I can't get like a really good read on so far, but that kind of rounds it out for the cast. So she is also the 5th Florida queen that they have this season. So there's already 5, and everybody's sort of peeping the fact that, you know, it's a lot of Florida queens going on. I guess that's going to be the running theme for this season. They did feature Bob the Drag Queen a lot throughout the episode. They featured Bob the Drag Queen and a few of the other queens, and they were doing like a bicycle sort of run. And we get to the mini challenge. I've never been a fan of some of the mini challenges because I do feel like it's a waste of time and they just taking space for the episode, especially if the mini challenge does not make me laugh. If I'm not laughing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm like, whatever. This is just like, you know, taking part of the episode where we could have been getting to know some of the other contestants on the show, but whatever. This mini challenge was like a photo shoot. They always do that the first episode where they do a photo shoot, some ridiculous photo shoot to see who does the best photo shoot. Nene Coco ends up going first, right? Tell me why RuPaul gonna call her you look like Alicia Edwards. Let me tell y'all, RuPaul, you ain't never beating those rumors that you don't care about your contestants. Because for you to not know Alyssa's name and she won is crazy. And it's not like she won like 10 years ago. She recently won. So you not know her name is extra diabolical. Like, oh, wow. But the bitch RuPaul's getting super up there in age. So I'm not even surprised. So they do the photo shoot and Kenya Pleaser ends up taking the W, okay? She was super excited to win. She was like, you my big black ass won the money. I'm excited, okay? So RuPaul reveals the first runway challenge this season is going to be a sewing challenge, which that surprised everybody because we all know for the past few seasons, they've been doing like a talent show for the past few seasons and nobody goes home and boop, bop, 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 bop. Y'all know the routine. So for them to do a sewing challenge off the bat is crazy. This is what I don't get about the contestants of Drag Race. Y'all been watching the show for all these seasons. There's 17 other seasons to watch, right? Why would in your mind you take a sewing challenge? That's like me going on Survivor and not knowing how to build fire or like taking classes. Like, I don't know if there's building fire classes, but I'm gonna take them building fire classes. I don't give a fuck. You get what I'm saying? So for you to not do your due diligence and learn is crazy to me, but that's how the girls do. Like, they've been doing that the past few seasons. And I'm like, why did y'all not take at least one sewing class? Because you could tell some of them did not take one sewing class because they didn't even know where the damn needle goes and they didn't even know where the damn thread goes. Like, to me, it's unacceptable. I'm sorry. Like, you know what show you're going on. Prepare for it. So they're going to get access to a Drag Race vault, and they're going to have materials of all the past seasons, and they're going to have to create their own garments and outfits from the materials that they had. They had like gift bags, sponges, tarp. Lexi's tarp was there. They had a whole bunch of stuff that were from past seasons. And they announced the guest judges, Cardi B. Now, I wonder how many barbs we had in the room now that are not barbs because of what she said. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. I wonder how much of them are like, they're really a cardigan now, okay? Because I feel like, of course, they tell the producers tell them like, just cheer when RuPaul says this. They're like, woo! They do that on a lot of reality shows. So it's like, I wonder if they were told this. I really wonder, okay? I really wonder. All right. So the girls get access to the vault. They all run in there. They start grabbing what they need and stuff. So some of the girls ended up grabbing like gift bags. Some of them grabbed like these hats. What was funny was Vita. She like, talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Come on, talk to me, baby. She grabbed these umbrellas and she was trying to have the umbrellas talk to her. Then here comes Kenya. Kenya had these hats and she decided to take them outside and spray paint them. Somebody put some bad juju on the outside of that damn Drag Race a lot because every time somebody go outside, something goes wrong. We had last season with the Lexi thing and the spray. It was, I think it had something to, from what I remember, it was something to do with like spray paint or something with On Your Nerve and all that. This time, Kenya takes her hats outside, and it would have looked really good too. That's what sucks about what happened with Kenya this episode, because that hat that she had with that outfit, if she had put it on with it, it would have ached down. It would have ached down so hard. And it sucks that she couldn't just leave it alone and not spray paint it. But then she would have had to change the whole color of her outfit, because the final look that she came out with was like a black, white, sparkly type thing, and the hat had other colors. So she goes outside to spray paint it. By the time she came back, all the hats was torn apart. The spirit of Lexi On Your Nerve got on it. Bitch, the nerve of the outfit broke down. It was over for her. So she was disappointed because at this point it ruined the vision that she had. So she sort of had to kind of conjure up something. The moment I seen her putting that sparkly material on that bra, I said, oh, she gonna be in the bottom. Like, it just looked raggedy. Just even her trying to do it, it looked raggedy. So there was some drama. Apparently, they gave them time to work on their outfit, like when the cameras were down. So we did not get to see the footage. And Briar was helping out Athena. So as Briar was helping out Athena, apparently Athena would give her spare materials as she would help her. But when she ran out of time to help out Athena, Briar says that Athena called her like a scammer. So they kind of got into it and stuff. For some reason, I believe Briar. No shade, but the Miami Queens are shady. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I believe her. For some reason, I just believe her. Her story kind of makes sense. And I could see how Athena's so shady because she dead ass called her fat. Like, she really called her fat. I wonder if y'all gonna cancel her. But no, she called, like, with her being so shady, I could see Athena saying something like that, like, oh, you scammer, like trying to be funny about it. But they didn't make it like a big thing. But once again, she did call her fat. So then we get the Kenya outfit. Yeah, girl. She was better off walking out with something else or naked, because you could just tell it was going to be bad. Like on Drag Race, the foreshadowing is so strong that you could kind of predict a lot of things before the episode even ends, except for a few times. But the moment that we saw that thing, that outfit standing up, I said, she's going to be in the bottom. So she says she's the we get to Athena, and she starts talking about her experience in Mykonos. Like, she hosts the hottest club out there in Mykonos, and she's that girl in Mykonos, and she didn't appreciate her daughter coming in talking about she's the princess and queen of Miami and Mykonos. She didn't appreciate that stuff. This is where I'm kind of seeing they're forming like a shady storyline between the two, and I feel like they might get into it. Like somebody might get disassociated out of their family. No Shea Coulee. Y'all saw that drama with Shea Coulee and her daughters? You know, I never was a fan of her. Sorry. I know the ones that love Shea Coulee, I always have seen through her. Something about her always gave fake to me. And y'all probably think it was because you like Nina. Something about her, it just never, like, I don't know. And because I have a friend, right? And he watches Drag Race. So we be talking about it. And I'm like, I always be telling him, like, anytime she comes up, I'm like, I don't like her. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, it's just like, it just gives fake. Like, it just gives script. And this to me further proves the fact that I feel like Briar's story to me is more believable than Athena as to what happened, because once again, she's a shady whore. I mean, she's even throwing shots at her daughter in the confessional. So it's like, why would you not say something like what Briar said that you said? I'm just saying. So we get to the main stage, and Cardi B is introduced. Cardi B's outfit, okay? It is a little costumish, but she looks great. That green and Cardi go. Straight up. Green and Cardi B go. There's no argument on that. It really does. Like, she looked amazing. I gotta give her that. She looked amazing. Cardi B surprised me so much this episode. Shocked me. I'm not like, she shocked me. I did not think she was going to be that critical, but I feel like she did it in an appropriate way. She didn't do it in a nasty way. I feel like I didn't think she was going to be that attentive to what's going on. I thought she was going to be one of those, y'all know how they have guest judges they don't even know what drag is. They probably thought they all trans. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, those type of guest judges who never seen a drag queen before, never been to a drag show. They don't even know some terminology. They probably think Tuck is like a nickname for Chris Tucker. Like, it's just like, but she knew what she was talking about. And I was thoroughly like impressed. So I'm like, Tokyo must have put her on game, because I was shocked. I really was. So let's get to the runway. Pom pom, pom pom, pom pom pom. Okay, we're gonna go through it very fast. Okay, first Sierra Miss, 10 out of 10, 100%. I feel like for her to have been given the garments and the materials that she was given in that Drag Race vault, and for her to make the materials that she did with it, that is to be very, very, very much praised, because it looks as if she wasn't even given those garments to work with, and that she came with that outfit out of her bag that you bring when you get, booked to be on a show like this. So 10 out of 10, no complaints. It goes with her style, and it doesn't look cheap at all. Athena Dion, very much Ariel Versace. I knew it. I knew it. What she had on is something Ariel would have on. You cannot tell me anything differently. Okay, it gives very much Ariel Versace. She looks great though for what she had to work with. Wasn't any of my favorite for the night for sure. A 5 out of 10, just because it looked a lot cheaper than some of the other looks that were done tonight. Next, we have Kenya Pleaser. Kenya Pleaser was giving us a little bit of Silky and a little bit of Jiggly Caliente. God rest her soul. I love me some Jiggly. So not too much in the comments. Okay. Y'all know when Jiggly wore the trash compartment, when she did that little explosion, she gave us a little bit of that. It looked horrible. We all know this. Okay. Cardi B made sure to tell her it looked horrible too. 1 out of 10. I think that had that whole thing not happened with the hairspray, she probably wouldn't have been in the situation that she was with this episode at all. Next, we have Jane Don't, one of the best looks of the night. It looks very expensive. It gave a little bit of Willow Pill, but like an older Willow. She ate that down. There was like no discussion about it. And you could tell when she was coming down, Cardi was just like, Cardi B's probably going to get half of these girls' looks and give it to her styling team and tell her like, hey, I want to get, do me a remix of this look, and a little bit of that look. Okay. 10 out of 10. There's no argument on that at all. Next, we have Discord Adams. Discord Adams is another one that was one of my personal favorites that I feel like she should have been one of the ones on the top. That feather with the chain, come on now, 10 out of 10, 100%. She is one of the ones I feel like that's going to be the ones to watch out for, because you could tell she knows how to dress herself like in her sleep. Like, you could just tell she just knows what she's doing. Next, we have Mia Starr. Now, Mia Starr's look is the look that Kenya Pleaser was trying to achieve, but couldn't achieve just due to the spray paint of it all. That is the look that I think that Kenya Pleaser was trying to really go for. It was like an homage to the Invasion of Privacy album cover. If y'all see the album cover, you already know what to give. Very much the black and white checkered look. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. I would really give it an 8 out of 10, just because I feel like compared to some of the other looks, once again, it didn't look as expensive, because I'm just going based off of how expensive it looked just due to the garments that they were giving, because they were giving cheap garments, gift bags, freaking washcloths, umbrellas, shower curtains, freaking sponges. So they were giving cheap stuff. So I feel like the people that did good in this challenge is the people that were able to make it look expensive. So that's why I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Nene Coco was to me the best look. That orange, like, it doesn't even look like she was given the same challenge as the other girls. That looked like it came straight out of her bag. She got a designer to make it. She snuck it in her bag because she heard that it was gonna do something with other girls' materials, and she put it on because it looked so freaking good. That to me is one of the best looks, hands down. There's like no freaking debate. We have Didi Fuego up next. I'm not doing it in no particular order, y'all. Didi Fuego, a 4 out of 10. That baked potato material, I feel like she used too much of it. as much as you're giving material, you don't have to use all of it. I feel like there's a thing in overdoing something, and I think she overdid it with the material that she was given. Like, you shouldn't have used it so much throughout the whole thing, because the whole outfit was just you and a freaking potato baking cover. You get what I'm saying? Aluminum foil, right? So it's like, anybody, I feel like when an outfit on Drag Race looks like I can make it or the next person can make it, I feel like you automatically lost. So that's why I would give it a 4 out of 10. I will say, Discord Adams, that walk is diabolical. Why are you walking like you walking down a flight of stairs? She said. I'm like, where are you going? Like, it looks like you're heading down. You're supposed to head stage up, stage left, stage right. You heading stage down. She needs to fix that wall immediately, because you already know Michelle Visage is going to address that about her, like, quickly. Like, that's something she's going to make sure to put a stop on, because that walk was crazy. Next up, we have Juicy. This wasn't the best, but I liked it. I feel like it was cute for what she was giving. You could tell she said it herself on the show. Even though Athena wasn't the most helpful to her, she's not the best in designing. She's not the best. And you could tell there's certain Drag Race girls that you could tell that most of the stuff that they had a designer make it. They didn't come up with the concept or anything like that. They might have given them an idea, but it's really the designer that's behind some of the girls' looks. So she's probably one of those queens. So that's why I would give it a really strong 8 out of 10, because she at least tried. Okay. Next, we have Mrs. Vita. Vita's outfit was second best to me, because once again, it looked expensive. You can tell it looks as if she's not doing the same challenge as some of the other girls. It doesn't look like she's doing the same challenge, okay? It looks like she's doing a ball challenge and they only show one look. That's how expensive it looked. So you got to give her that, okay? So literal 8 out of 10 with that. Next, we have Briar. Briar's look wasn't the worst to me, but I don't feel like it was that bad. I don't feel like it was that bad. It just wasn't my favorite, and it wasn't the worst. So it was like in the middle to me. So that's why I'm just gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like with the materials that she was given, she did what she could out of it, but it wasn't like a standout. Next, we have Mandy Manga. Cardi B said she was looking all types of crazy at the outfit because she just wasn't a fan of it. Okay. I wonder if the judges are briefed as to why, and are briefed as to how they came up with the outfits, because I feel like sometimes when they have guest judges, they think that like they came with this in their suitcase, and it's like, no, babes, they had to make this. Like, they had to struggle and conjure this up last minute while the producers are saying 5 minutes. Like, like, yeah, it's not as quick. You feel me? It's not as easy as I feel like some of the guest judges are thinking it is. Because y'all gotta understand, when they film these shows, like, they put a lot of time frames on them, so they don't have all day to do stuff. But that goes to say the outfit was still trash. Hot garbage. 0 out of 10. It was really bad. I feel like it could have been really good, but the flowers was crazy, and then the shape of the skirt, she could have, I feel like, straightened it out or something to where, like, I don't know if she had to like hang it up on like a mannequin to where the skirt like stayed straight. That it would have made it better. And then all them flowers everywhere, it did look like a craft project gone wrong. So 0 out of 10 for sure. Next, we have Mikey Meeks. That's her name, y'all. I like this look. I was a fan of it. I like the fact that she was able to make it still look expensive with the cheap drapings that she was given. So I'm going to give this a good 8 out of 10. Wasn't the best look, but it damn sure wasn't the worst at all. Once again, she looks so good as a drag queen. Like, her face you know how like certain drag queens, you could kind of see how they would look as a boy outside of drag. With her, it's like 2 different people. I swear to God. 2 different people. They name all the people that are safe, and one of the people that are safe is Discord, and she doesn't know why. Girl, it's because of how you walk, babe. You over there doing all that duck walking. That's why you say you walking down the flight of stairs. Remember on Real Housewives of Potomac, they said Wendy be walking like this? That's how she was walking. That's why they had to do that to you, girl. It is okay. You gonna be okay. You gonna be okay. I hate when queens are mad that they're safe, because boo, it's either safe or sometimes eliminated. So which one would you rather be? Would you stay for one more week or possibly get eliminated? You pick one. I'm just saying. Because we've seen queens complain about, oh, I'm safe. And then they end up not being safe and end up being one of the ones critique and they go home. So yeah. Now let's get to the critiques. Okay. First we have Kenya. Kenya already knew that she was screwed. From the moment she put on that outfit and walked up out of there, she knew it was buns for her. She knew it was over. Cardi B basically told her, like, hey, like when you don't have down here good, at least have the glam up here look good. I said, oh. Now, I will say this. Kenya's makeup was not bad. It was the hair that looked like it just she could have did something else with her hair, especially because the outfit was trash. I think that's what Cardi B was really trying to say. The way she came across was a little bit constructive, but hey, that's the name of the game. That's the name of the show. Kenya knew she didn't look good. So it's not like she went into it thinking that she looked bomb in tea, because she knew that it was not bomb or tea. We get to Jane Don't, and she starts to cry because she said her dad doesn't really accept the fact that she's gay and stuff like that. It's so sad that, like, even in years like this, we still have parents that still give their kids a hard time with stuff like that. So her parents probably didn't even know she was on this show as of filming it, or probably was not even supportive of her filming it. Then we get to Juicy Love. Cardi makes a good point. She said that the outfit standing there, it looked ugly, which it did. Because when I looked at it on the runway versus her standing there, I said, damn, it's ugly. But then Cardi's right. When she did the little swoosh, it does look better because it sells like an illusion that it looks greater than it actually is. So as much as, like I said, Cardi was giving constructive criticism, a lot of the stuff that she was saying was right. Like, she was telling no lies. Okay. Then we get to Vita, and they're praising her outfit. They're giving her a 10 for her outfit. Mandy Mango, they get to her, and Cardi hates the look too. It has all these flowers over it. I think what was wrong with that look is the flowers were all over the place. They're literally like, it looked like it was glued like in rows. So had it not been glued like that, I don't think she probably would have been in the bottom, to be honest. They probably would have swapped them out for somebody else. So backstage though, which y'all, I will be doing Untucked members only. So I'm gonna be reacting to Untucked on members only. Okay, because that's really a big part of the show. All right. So if y'all want to do the Untucked, subscribe to the membership. No shade. Thank ya. Now we get to the criticism and stuff, and I thought it was gonna be a lip sync battle of the bottom two, but it ended up being a lip sync battle for the top two. So nobody goes home this episode. So Cardi, before we get to the lip sync, brings her whole team backstage. She brings Tokyo and she brings her makeup artist as well. And they start talking to the girls. It's so funny seeing some of the girls fangirl over her. We gonna have freaking Discord talking about, did you like my look? Did you like it? Did you like my look? Cardi be lucky, want to be like, nah. Like, don't be put her on the spot like that. She not gonna say nothing mean. She already was not super critical, but she already was giving y'all constructive criticism. It's not like she was just gonna say flat out, like, no, I hate it. Okay. One thing I like that Cardi B said is basically like she feels like Tokyo and her makeup artists are basically her teachers. Felt like she learned a lot from the community, and they inspire her to be who she is right now, fashion wise. So I'm glad that she gave her team homage, because a lot of artists do not do this. They will end up using the gays, they end up using the girls, they end up taking the lingo, they end up taking the culture, and they don't give no credit to it. They just act like it just came out of the blue. I just seen a video. Somebody made a video, and they said that what's that girl name off of TikTok? E Kane. They said E Kane came up with Clock That T. Yeah. E Kane came up with that. E Kane. Y'all, E Kane. I'm just saying, y'all. So Kenya ended up, and Mandy Mango ended up being safe, and they were not eliminated. So this is a non-elimination episode. I love when they do that, because I kind of hate the elimination episodes straight off the bat, because we don't really get to know the girls like that, because they keep going so quick. So I don't really get to savor them like that, right? So we get to the lip sync. So we have Nene versus Vita. Vita, how you let Nene whoop you like this? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. But okay, I'm gonna say this on behalf of Vita. She could not have moved quickly in that dress. Point blank. She could not have moved in that dress. Let's really talk about it. I hate when they do lip syncs and they in these big ass dresses and garments. And what sucks is if you tear it off, RuPaul gives you a side look. Because if y'all don't know, y'all told y'all I've been watching Drag Race since I was a kid. RuPaul does not like when people rip off a garment during the lip sync. You automatically lose if you do some shit like that, depending on how you do it. There's been a few exceptions, but most of the time, if you tearing off, you doing a lot of this and that. RuPaul's already gonna be like, she gonna give you one good look. She gonna be like, you're not winning. So that's exactly I feel like what happened. Had Vita been in another fit, Nene would have lost. Dare you let that white girl whip you. What Justin be saying? How you let that white get? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, wow. Nene ate it. I'm sorry. She did. When she did the look back, one thing about a lip sync, you have to know how to like make the words come alive. When she said ain't no trust in these sluts and she turned around and pointed at them, that's what she won. And then Vita, what the heck were you doing on that floor? This is not a sexual seducing type of song. So who are you seducing? The judges? Girl, bye. I like Vita though, so ain't no shade towards her, but no. Nene won fair and square. That's what I think, okay? Let me know what y'all think about this episode. I'm glad there was no eliminations. Stay tuned for the members only Untucked because I am going to be reacting to it. Let me know what y'all think down below, and we're out, babies.